you know, there were times when it looked like Minot High in that third quarter went up 21-3, and this one was over. But Fargo South with 22 straight unanswered points, and now with a first down or two, the Bruins can pull a major upset. Handoff, that's Sioe brought down. So the Magicians still have some time here. Looks like getting in there, help making the tackle was Jamario Jones. So it'll be third and a long coming up.
Final timeout used too.
I believe that's the final one. They still have one up. Now it's down to 0.
But final timeout.
Boy, coming in there and nearly getting that ball was Carter Anderson. As you can tell, the Magicians right now grabbing, trying to get a hand on that ball and maybe strip it loose if they can.
Yeah, and this is a huge third down. I know we've said this a few times on third down, but this one keeps the clock running. Minot's not going to be able to stop it. If they convert here, Minot can come up with a stop and force the punt. But we'll see if they want to run it or pass it. You know, even if they do have to punt, Minot's can't stop the clock, so they can hang back there for 25 seconds before they snap it and kick it away, or they can pass and try and go for that first down.
Well, and of course, we're down away yet. Of course, now that one of the Bruins checking out is going to come back in. That's Likoski. And big play coming up. We said that a couple of times, but they all have been. Back to pass, Pfeiffer fakes. Now he's going to launch it downfield. Has a man out there. Oh, and a flag's going to come in on Bischoff on the coverage. Tanner beating the intended receiver, and that could be a tough one for the Magicians.
Yep, we'll see the pump fake. It looked like a little stop and go route from Beaton. Beaton made the biggest catch of the game on their last drive for the go-ahead touchdown. We're going to probably see this be a
referee Steve Miller coming over, and it is going to be pass interference. I'd like to see maybe a replay on that one to see how tangled up they were. It looked like the receiver had gotten a step. Beaton had gotten a step on Bischoff. Wasn't quite sure if there was contact. So let's see
pump and
Pfeiffer again.
Bischoff
looking down there.
Yeah.
You know, I guess there was an arm in there. That's what they're going to call. An arm came in, but
maybe you could argue. That he had to come back.
Yeah,
that ball was not where it needed to be in the first place. He ran into Bischoff, but
it's a call. You know, I think you could call it either way. But in that situation, you know, that's where the best judgment was from the referee, and that's what he saw. So there's the play again. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Hard to tell, you know.
Yeah,
it's just hard to tell.
Well, that's why I'm not a referee.
Things like that.
That's why they're reffing the quarterfinals.
Well, but again, you know, we still have 1:46 left here. A lot can happen. We've seen a couple of balls on the ground already tonight. Pfeiffer's going to pitch it to Sioe. Sioe going to cut it back. Oh, they did pull it away! The Magicians stripped the football! Can you believe it? They stripped the football from Sioe when basically the Bruins have to just kneel down and run this out. Wow. They pitch it to Sioe, who give him credit, trying to get a couple extra yards, but the Magicians get in there and strip it.
They have about 9 guys in the box there. Sioe,
he's just got to take it up.
Nowhere to go, take the knee or something, but ball comes.
It looked like Elijah Huff stripped it away, and I believe Braden Lund. Now back to live action on the Bolinski keeper. Bolinski trying to get to the outside. He'll brought down near the 31-yard line. We apologize for trying to catch up replay-wise what is happening here, because this has been crazy.
Looks like
who would have thought this?
Got it a bounce too, so that'll stop the clock.
All South probably has to do, and boy, that's tough to a running back not to try to get extra yards.
Yeah, especially
fall down 3 times, and this game is over. Oh, what a tough heartbreaker right there for the South. Here comes Bolinski. Bolinski's going to hang it up for Lund. Lund can't come up with it. Broken up there by Likoski.
A little bit underthrown there by Bolinski, but go to your guy. That's Lund. He's been your playmaker all year, heading to North Dakota State next year. Tremendous athlete, great size. Take a look. Just Bolinski's looking at him all the way, but underthrown. could have maybe been picked off if it was.
That was a jump ball.
Yeah.
That was basketball, and Lund to go up and get it. Of course, Braden playing basketball as well. 3rd and 5 coming up. Bolinski going to set up a screen, has a man there. That is complete. That is going to be Bischoff. Bischoff out of bounds. Goes to Nagel.
He's going to be good, smart play to find the sideline, get as many yards as he could before end of the sideline. 1:12 left to play.
Lots of time. Minot High at the 24-yard line of the Bruins. Here you
the right side of the line, getting a little push, and then getting out to help the running back. Makes a move on their playmaker.
I said Bischoff. They run a similar play of Bischoff across the middle like that, but that was Nagel. Receivers splitting on both sides of the field. Hang on. This is going to be a fun finish. Bolinski back to pass out of the shotgun. Getting pressure, now he'll scramble to his left. Still getting pressure, now he'll scramble to his right. He has a block. And knocked out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And now they want a flag, and there is a flag. They want a late hit on Steining.
Wow.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now. And the Magician fans and the crowd have really started to light this one up. Here's Bolinski has nowhere to go.
Time probably buys himself an extra 10, 12 seconds running around and gets a nice block at the back of your screen.
And then as he steps out of bounds here, that's the penalty there, dragging him down out of bounds. It is a personal foul, and so that will be, I believe, half the distance. This is a thriller here tonight. We have just over a minute to play. All the unexpecteds have happened here in the last 2 minutes.
Well, this is as good as it gets for high school playoff football. Looks like.
Well, the Bruins are going to call a timeout here because they're going to get that.
Talk it over.
They're on defense.
Catch their breath after what a turn of events in the last minute. They have this game in hand.
Yeah, all they have to do is run it out with probably 3 carries at best, a punt, and. You know, the ball came loose, and now the Magician's driving. Here it is again, with about 1:40 some to go. No timeouts for the Magicians. The Bruins just probably have to get to the ground, and the ball stripped loose there, falling right into the arms. Well, I'm trying to make out, looks like it was Cade Lindquist who got the fumble recovery, but it was Elijah Huff with the strip. That was just incredible. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
What was funny, too, is we're standing right above a Minot section, and you saw guys filing out, and as they were, just the eruption after that fumble recovery turned them right around back to their seats.
I can make a New York Giants Joe Pisarcik reference, but not too many people know what I'm talking about. Meanwhile, handoff. That's Nagel straight ahead. Nagel, touchdown! Austin Nagel takes it in from 11 yards out, and the near impossible has happened here.
Wow, a little bit of luck and a really good football team. Minot High is back on top 27-25 with 57 seconds to play.
And we still have time to go here.
We've seen this before last drive.
Nagel's third rushing touchdown of the night. Minot High has retaken the lead off of a turnover, 27-25. Here comes Hofer for the extra point. I have never seen anything like this in my life in this situation. Kick is up, and it is good.
And this game, though, the way this game has been going, 57 seconds could be an eternity. You know, Bruins getting the ball back with 2 timeouts left. Obviously, Siaway with a big fumble, but kid's an athlete. He's going to be back there returning the kick. And like I said, 2 timeouts. This team is dangerous, too, so you can't count anybody out yet.
Well, a note to Kelly back at the station, get ready to do sports.
Yeah, right.
Because this could be an all-nighter here. Here we go again. Straight ahead, Nagel going off left tackle. Just a huge hole. Credit to that Minot High offensive line, just blew everybody out. Nagel basically walked in the end zone. Well, I don't know what to say. This is, and, you know, Fargo South still has 57 seconds and 2 timeouts. And they've shown they can move the ball.
And like you mentioned before, these guys play with a lot of heart. They're not hanging their heads. They're ready to return this football and see what they can do, make the best of their opportunities. And
Well, and Troy Matter came in here. I mean, his game plan has been excellent against Mile High. Everything that he has set up, and his players have responded. So here we go. Hofer to kick it away, and the Bruins will field it at about their 5-yard line, and they'll fake the reverse. Ooh. And they're going to pass it back across the field, and a fumble. That's Siaway, brought down at about the 8-yard line. Well, that was the old reference Houston Oiler play. Again, I might date myself a little bit from many years ago across the field, but it may have worked, but Siaway could not hang on to it.
I think I don't think it's that time for a Hail Mary pass like that. A Hail Mary play like that where you.
Well, if it works, you're a genius.
Yeah, but.
And you're taking the shot, but now back at their own 10-yard line. 46 seconds left here.
The crowd is back into it.
Pfeiffer out of the shotgun, and we'll see passing the rest of the way here from the Bruins at least. Pfeiffer, and ball nearly picked off. It was Anderson in perfect position, knocks it down. Incomplete, second down coming up.
Almost an interception there to end it. Take a.
Wow. I just, another timeout taken here by the Bruins.
Interesting, they'd call one on a drop pass when the clock is stopped, but.
Well, I tell you, these coaches are really now thinking what might and what could happen, so they got a plan for everything. Here it is again.
Carter Anderson making the play.
Yeah, Pfeiffer looking over the middle, and Anderson nearly had it. It was in his hands.
Probably should have had it.
Yeah.
But, hey, he wants to keep this one as interesting, keep us.
Wow, every so often you get a crazy game, and I don't remember anything like this. This has been unbelievable. Fargo South looks like they had the game in hand, just run it out, and the near impossible happened. Meanwhile, Pfeiffer back to pass, getting pressure, has to roll out, hangs it up, and it is picked off. That will be the ball game. Brett Lundy with the pick, and that should seal the deal. Mina High will escape from what almost was certain a loss tonight.
Wow, what a turn of events just in the last few minutes of this one. Holy cow. Let's take a look. The last pass, almost interception. Well, Brett Lundy's going to step in front of this one. Off balance throw, not open.
Looking downfield, trying to hit Tanner Beaton.
Victory formation.
I tell you, Fargo South came in here, and I don't think anybody except them thought that they were going to put on a performance like this.
Well, this game was dominated in the first half by Minot. Dominated. 21-3 at half.
In the third quarter. 14.
In the third quarter,
yep.
And then in the last 2 minutes of the third quarter, a touchdown. 9 seconds later, they score again. 2-point conversion. And then another touchdown. 22 points in a row. They find themselves on top, 25-21. And
Barry Holman's going to say they could have had a V8 because, wow.
So they live another day. Minot will be back.
And then the Magicians advance to the semifinals. The fans running on the field now in their orange, and then the Magicians meeting at center field to shake hands. You got to do that first. Minot High headed to the semifinals. Will, of course, still determine who they are going to play next week. They will be at home, we know that. 28-25. We'll be back to wrap this one up after this.